Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm a bit high there, aren't I? Let's move me to there. Hello, welcome. How are you? It is midday on Friday, the 19th of March, and I am here for today's online workshop. So I am now doing an online workshop once a month, every month. For those of you that were here last month, I'm going to do it a little bit better, a little bit more professional, I hope, than I did do last time. And this workshop will be open from now until Sunday the 21st. So just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I will close this workshop down then. So what is this? What is an online workshop? What is this all about? Let's kind of start from scratch again, because we have had new people join this group. So hello and welcome. So first of all, I should probably say my name's Natalie O'Shea. Hello. You may not have seen me before, but you might have seen the group. The whole point of an online workshop is that obviously over the last year, we haven't been able to go out, and we used to go and do workshops in people's homes. So we used to go round, let's say I would come round to your house, you would have a few friends round, bottle of wine, tea, whatever is your thing, and I would share with you some projects, as I am going to today. Normally you would make those projects, but you can't quite do that unless you've got the supplies, in which case feel free to craft along with me. And there would be kind of a prize draw for winning something, and I've got all that this month. Last month was a little bit of a trial run for me. I'd say this month I'm so with it. So if you have a look in this group, especially at the post that I've posted this morning, you should see a few things. So one is a list of all the products that I've used. So you'll see pictures of the products that I've used, and links to all the products that I've used. So if there's something you wanted to find out a bit more about, you could click on that link. You'll be taken to the online shop. If you want to purchase, you can purchase, but you can actually just find out more information about things as well. So you might be half listening to me while you're making lunch or something like that, and you might miss something. But if you go to that item, as I say, in the description, of the products, then you can find out more about it. It's like, was that paper 12 by 12 or 6 by 6? I can't remember what she said. I mean, this Facebook Live will be here, and will stay in this group probably until next month. Then I'll delete it again. Then we'll have another one. So that has gone in there. You've also got links. I had to do them separately. The post just did not want me putting 4 links in one post as such. So you will have, I've also put them as announcements. So if you click at the top of the Facebook page, you're sitting under announcements, you will find again quite a few links. So the links are 4. One is for the online shop. You can get to it 2 ways. You can get to it that way there, www.natalieoshea.stampin'up.net. You can get to it via the link that I've posted in that announcements. You'll also see a link to the annual catalogue. You'll also see a link to the January to June catalogue, and you'll also see a guide to a beginner's stamping guidebook, if you like, as well. Beginner's guide to stamping, if you like. And so these online workshops are aimed at new beginners, because when I go around to somebody's house, normally there'll be people there that have never stamped before, never crafted before, have no idea what this craziness is, and so we really start at the beginning, and that's kind of what these online workshops are about. So every month I'm going to run them. I will run through the same stuff about Stampin' Up and what we do and things like that, but I will also show different projects each month. So you're welcome to join every month, and you can fast forward if you want to the bits where I make the projects, but they are aimed at beginner crafters. So if you want to see more, if you don't consider yourself a beginner crafter and you want to see other inspiration, then you can have a look. If you go to my website, www.thecardmakingacademy.co.uk, and you will find all sorts of things on there as to where you can go. I do classes and courses and kits in the post and downloadable PDF instructions and all sorts. Something that will blow the mind of a beginner. And so that's the point of these online workshops. So what you'll also find, so I did say that you've got a chance to win. So there's a couple of ways to get freebies and win with me today. So one of the, I think, announcements, or again, just scroll down a bit, you'll find it, is a post. There is a host code. So if you would like to order products, it doesn't have to be the products that I use. It could be any products that are available at the moment. If you wish to place an order, you must use the host code that is there in your order. Now, I've also put a picture where you put it. When you go to checkout, there's like a coupon code and host code box, but I've highlighted and gone round as to where you need to put the host code. And if it's not a space to do it, just click the plus and you get a drop down box and you can put it in there. So you can copy and paste that or just type. I mean, just for you, it is YKQBKRQ3. Because you're going to remember that. Put me on pause, rewind, put it in again. Or just scroll up and down. There's only a few posts in this group, so you shouldn't have too much difficulty finding it. And it says March Online Workshop host code. So you need to put that, because then I know that this order ties up with this workshop. I've got other things going on, and that just means that order is for this workshop. And what does that mean? So it means, and I've forgotten, I needed to write it down what I wrote. So if you place an order, I've got to remember now, if you place an order for £40 or more today and use the host code, then I will send you a make and take kit so that you can make the same projects that I'm making. So there's 4 cards, so there will be the pattern paper, the card, any die cuts that I've used will be in that kit as well. So that's if you place a £40 order and use the host code. If you place a £60 order or more and use the host code, not only will you get that kit, you'll also get a pack of, she says, where are they? I put them somewhere so safe I can't find it. Well, there they are. Because I'm using these today, in fact, let's do that. So these are, as you can probably see on there, they are in colour enamel dots, because we are using what they call in colours today. So you will get these enamel dots free. So these are £7.50 value. And if your order goes over £60, you get all the supplies for the make and takes today, plus you'll get those in colour enamel dots as well. But you must use that host code. If you have any problem ordering online, remember, you can go to there, or the link that's in the group as well, both work, and you go through and you can't find the host code or anything else at all, don't panic, just call me. I am around, I'm running a team retreat all weekend, so I am working all weekend, all today. Call me, message me, I will be picking up messages and everything all the time. So don't panic, I don't want anyone to miss out if anything isn't going right, or you've not ordered before or anything like that. So let's go through a little bit. So I should probably introduce myself. So for those of you who don't know me, as I said, my name is Natalie O'Shea. I am the proud owner of the Card Making Academy, and it is my mission in life to make card making easy for everybody. I do remember it was nearly 30 years ago that I started crafting, and I remember how overwhelming it was. I walked into my first craft shop, there was just shelves and shelves of stuff, and I had no idea what I needed, what I wanted, what things did, or anything. It was all just a little bit overwhelming, and I think it's the same these days. If you are kind of looking online and you're looking for videos, and if you look for card making videos, it can be really overwhelming. And so that's what this is all about. It's kind of easy entry into card making, if you like. So I'm going to go through some of the catalogues just to kind of show you how they're laid out and what to look for. I'm not going to go through every page or anything like that, but it will give you an idea. So you can find those, as I say, they're under announcements or in an individual post as well. You can find the links to the actual catalogue, so you can look through the pages like I do as such. So yes, I mean, what else do you need to know about me? I've been crafting 30 years. I've done lots. I have made stuff and sold it. I have sold products like I do now for Stamping Up. I have contributed to magazines. I've been an editor of magazines. I've taught scrapbooking classes and card classes throughout the UK and Europe. I used to travel to the States to go to craft shows there as well. I've had a pretty amazing crafting life. And for the last nearly 13 years, it will be this year, for the last 13 years, I have been working with Stamping Up, just because I love the fact that everything coordinates and it's high quality stuff. So as with everything in life, you know, crafting is you get what you pay for. And if you try, for example, stamping and you're not getting a good result, there could be a variety of reasons for that. And we'll kind of go through that. But let me swap cameras. I'm going to go down to here. Look at my battered and torn annual catalogue. So this catalogue, this current one, actually only lasts until the 3rd of May. So we're about 6 weeks more of this, and then a new one comes out. So that's very exciting. But this is a main annual catalogue, as it's called. It lasts a year. So our next one comes out and is available May the 4th. But yes, this is still here at the moment. So let's kind of go through a few things. And I'm honestly not going to go through everything, but I made loads of notes here as well. But yeah, so N is for new. So about half this catalogue will carry over to the next annual catalogue, and then half of it, the new catalogue, will be all new stuff as well. But this is what was new in this catalogue as well. So we have 2 different types of rubber stamp. And today we're going to be using these. So these are cling. It says every cling red rubber stamp comes with a highly adhesive coordinated image label. Follow the instructions inside the stamp case to label your stamps properly. I don't label mine, but don't tell anyone. So there is a label that goes there, but I don't do that. So this is, it's a red rubber on a piece of sponge. And for everything, for all our stamps, you need these, which are called acrylic blocks. It needs to be something that they stick to. Once you have these for life. They don't wear out, they don't break. They're just thick plastic, and these stick to it perfectly. So let's just do that. So that's what we're going to be using today. And we also have photopolymer stamps as well, which I probably should have got one here. And they're see-through stamps. There's no cushioning or anything. So sometimes if they're not stamping properly, you might just need to put like a little bit of sponge underneath, like a mouse mat. And that gives you that bit. I don't normally have to do that, I'll be honest with you. But if you're having a problem, that could be one of the reasons. So photopolymer are see-through, and red rubber are the cling as well. So all sorts of different things there. So it's different techniques that are highlighted throughout the catalogue. So I do say that this is an idea book and catalogue. If you completely ignore all the products in it, you've got samples on every single page that you could use as colour inspiration. So you might sit there and go, oh, I quite like those with that colour. Or actually, I like this rainbow effect with this kind of craft colour there. I like the white on there. Or you could just look at that and go, I like the layout of that card. It's a slightly longer card and it's got a sentiment in the middle. So look at every example as an idea. So it's a catalogue and an idea book as such. But look at all those beautiful colours. So Stampin' Up only produce things in their 53 colours as they are. So when I started, I bought lots of pattern paper, and I bought lots of plain card, and when I tried to find a piece of plain card that coordinated with my pattern paper, then I couldn't find one. It just didn't go. Don't have that problem anymore. I have all the 53 colours of Stampin' Up, and all the pattern paper and everything that I use coordinates perfectly. And it even tells you on the back of a pattern paper what colours you need. So all that kind of hours and hours I wasted. So I've just seen a comment. I can't see people in this group as to who's commenting. So I've got all 53 colours, so I know that I've got everything that I need. So the best thing, if you have never ever had any crafting experience at all, the best thing to start with is one of our kits. So for example, let's look at this Simply Citrus kit. Nice, bright, summery, and just great, but it includes everything that you need. So it even has a mini acrylic block here, it has a stamp set, it has some ink, it even has the glue and everything you need, the card, the envelopes, everything. So it says here 15 cards, 3 of each of these 5 designs, includes the photopolymer stamp set, and it comes in a nice box as well, so perfect for a gift. Here's the stamp set. Not that's the actual size, so these aren't this size, they're that size. It just gives you an idea there as well. So you get the stamp set, the ink and everything, even left over when you have, when you've made all the cards. But there's a variety. So here's another one, Looking Up, is all inclusive as well. And all inclusive means stamp and acrylic block and stamp set. So that's a great place to start. Here's another kit where the stamp set is separate because it's mainly sentiments, in there. There's a couple of flowery images. I've seen some beautiful things made just with the stamp set. I've seen some beautiful cards made with the kit with a different stamp set. So up to you. They are sold to coordinate, as always, but yeah, don't have to. And then we've got another, this is a whole product medley here. And this is papers and ribbons and stamp sets and dies and all sorts. So then we go through and you'll see that we have colours highlighted here. But as I say, I'm not going to go through every single page, but just to give you an idea, if there is shading behind an image like this in the vanilla, it means that we have a coordinating punch. So a punch is like a hole punch that you get from a stationery store or in an office, but instead of punching 2 holes, it punches a different shape. And it's as simple as that. I'm just trying to find one of those that I could show you. Where is it? There it is. So here it is. So this is my punch, the jar punch. So that's the actual size. So all these images, apart from if it says like that one there, full size, all of these, so 99% of things in the catalogue are the actual size. So if you sit there and go, well, I don't know how big it is, it's as big as it is there, or it will say otherwise. But that's a punch, and that's the punch that it does. I unlock it, I slide my paper in, and I just squeeze it like I would do a normal hole punch. So that means it's got punches. If it's got blue behind it, it means that we have a coordinating die. And what a die is, you use a die cutting machine, strangely, which we'll see later on, and it cuts out shapes. So basically it's saying there's a stamp here, and we have a die rather than a punch that you can put round it and cut it out perfectly without having to do it with scissors. So it's kind of a grey blue. So vanilla is a punch, blue is a die. And as with anything, if you buy things in bundles, we give you 10% off as well. So for example here, the stamp, you can buy the stamps individually, you can buy the dies individually, but if you buy it as a bundle, we give you 10% off. So, as I say, I'm not going to go through all of this because you can do that in your own sweet time. You can look at all the samples on there. There's some top tips of things they've used. Knock your socks off. But as I say, we could be here all day if I did that. So let's go to some other pieces, and lots and lots, lots and lots and lots and lots. And then we go, oh, almost there. Seeing all these, here we go. So now we're going colour, and we love colour. So stamping up colours, I said there were 53. We have 4 main colour families. That is the brights, the neutrals, the regals and the subtles. So you're normally drawn towards one. I'm a bright girl. I do like the brights and intensity. Some people are kind of a bit regal. They like the more kind of intense, rich colours. Or you could be a bit pastel-y and like the subtles, but you're normally drawn to one. And that's our main 4 colour collections. And you can get card, so a whole pack of card, 24 sheets in that colour. An ink pad, an ink refill. Some, or most of the colours now, to be fair, are our blends alcohol. I keep calling them alcoholic. Alcohol markers that come in those colours as well. If there's a dash, we don't have those colours. But you can see there's not too many dashes anymore. And I'm hoping with the new annual catalogue there'll be even less. But we have those. We then have 2 what we call in-colour collections. Now, if you can see that. Whoop. Oh, let's see there. So these are families that change reasonably frequently. So these pretty much stay the same. They don't change very often at all, but these do. So we have, every year we have a new set of 5 colours. So in 6 weeks' time, these 5 colours here are going to go. These ones arrived a year ago and they're staying for another year. But in place of these, we will have 5 new colours. And they're very kind of on-trend, popular colours that, you say, stay for 2 years. And then we have our black, our vanilla and our white. They are just a couple of blends alcohol markers as well. So they are all the colours and everything is there. And it just shows you that we can do A4 cardstock mix packs, 12 by 12. There's pattern papers. You can buy the ink pads in bundles and save 10%. You can buy the ink refills in bundles and save 10%. Die-based stamping white markers, this different one. You've got watercolour pencils. Then you've got some lovely storage to keep it all looking gorgeous. And then you've got odds and sods. So random things, embossing things, stencils, other ink pads like StazOn and Memento Black, water brushes. You've got sponges and rollers and daubers and mini ink spots and empty ink spots, so you can refill that with any colour you like, and more. Then our pattern papers can come in 12 by 12 inch or 6 by 6 inch, and it will tell you on each one what they are. But here is what you've got. They normally come with a product suite, so they've been in the catalogue elsewhere. So you might have remembered, did we see that one? No, this one was right at the start of the catalogue. So there's a whole suite, but this is the pattern paper. But if you're looking for pattern paper, there's the pages to do it. We have basic tools like trimmers and scoreboards, and boxes and packaging and bags, speciality papers, other watercolour papers, vellum, and it keeps going, envelopes, glimmer card, foil card. Then we have a little page of what we call memories and more, normally used or often used for pocket scrapbooking, but also used so that cards can be made from them as well. So here's our pocket scrapbooking examples. And some people would use it for 12 by 12, but a lot of it can be used for cards as well. And there's some cards and envelopes and blank cards and envelopes where you put these cards on and you've got a card almost pretty much straight away. Then you've got lots of embellishments, rhinestones and enamel dots and things like that. We've got unsung heroes, from scissors to bone folders to sponges to pick tools, ribbons. Again, all coordinating perfectly. Adhesives, because yes, you need a different adhesive for different things. Acrylic blocks there, but again, if you buy them all in one set, you get 10% off. Cleaners and grid paper and empty boxes and more cleaners. Then our stamping platform, which you're going to see today, so I'll leave that till later. Punches, so all our punches. Again, most of these will coordinate with a stamp set. But again, if you're looking for punches, there we go, punch bundles. They are there as well. Then there's our cut and emboss machine. So this is the machine you need if you're going to cut dies or if you want to emboss, which leaves, I can't even think, there we go, you can probably just about see on there. Whoop. Oh, hang on. So see that pattern on that yellow card? That's embossed. So it's raised up, it's a pattern that's raised up. It adds texture to our cards. And a mini machine and a big machine for that. But again, once you've kind of got these, you've got them for life. You do need to replace the clear plates, but they're like, well, over here, not very much at all. Look, 10 quid for the big ones, £6.50 for the little ones. And then here's all our die bundles as well towards the back. So lots and lots of things, from shapes to letters, to borders, to labels, to all. I mean, look, they just keep on going. And it tells you here, so if you like this one, it says coordinates with the geared up garage stamp set. So it gives you all the details. So lots and lots of words. Here's the embossing folders. So again, different patterns to create that embossing going through your machine. And then you've got a couple of host sets. So if you were to order or gather orders together for £150 or more, you start earning what we call stamping rewards. So £150 gets you 10%. And the higher the orders go collectively, the bigger your percentage goes. And you can even get a 50% off item too. But these two stamp sets can only be bought with stamping rewards. So you can't buy them. So if you fell in love with this stamp set here, you couldn't buy them. You could only spend your stamping rewards on them. And then we've got here, if you sit there and think, my goodness, I'd love to do this, I need to sell this stuff, then first of all talk to me. We won't go into it now, but there's the option there that you can either buy your products at a discount or you can do as much as you like and earn commission too. Then you've got a stamp set index and an accessories index. So if I'm sitting there looking for the Stamparatus, I can go to page 164. Couple more examples, job done. Hopefully that didn't take too long. So that's the annual catalogue. So that's got the majority of our basic stuff, the tools and the colour families and all of that, as well as obviously a lot of product suites. Then twice a year, another mangled catalogue, because look, I use them so much. Twice a year we have a mini catalogue. So this one runs January to June. We have another one that runs July to December. So this one has obviously kind of spring and Easter and that. And then you've got kind of Christmas and autumn and all that in the other one. But again, just exactly the same thing. We've got a couple of kits going on at the front there. And more and more. So there's a product suite there. So that was all Valentine's and hearts and love and anniversaries and weddings. But again, I'm not going to go through all this because it's exactly the same as the other one, in that it gives you lots of ideas and lots of stamp sets and lots of product suites and all of that. So you have the link to both of those catalogues in the announcements. So you can have a look through at your own time without me hassling you or anything like that. So enjoy those. If you would like a copy of the new catalogue when it comes out, then go to www.thecardmakingacademy.co.uk and send me a message. There is actually a catalogue page as well. If you look for that, you can request a catalogue there as well, because I will be sending those out. In fact, it's next week I can order my copies. I get to see the new catalogue next Wednesday as a demonstrator, and I'll be able to order them so that I can send them out to my customers and such like. Right, so don't forget to fill in the link. So what I didn't say actually, I've just remembered. Let's get rid of that off my screen. So they're in, again, another post is a way for you to earn the cards that we're going to make today. So let's bring them in. So these are the cards we're going to make. Super simple, but very effective. And that's what we're going to be making. So they all use the current in colours that came in a year ago and are going to stay another year. We've got Magenta Madness. Oh, I'm going to have to remember them all now. Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Just Jade and Cinnamon Cider. Yay! Go me! Phew! And as I say, we have the card, we have pattern papers, we have inks and we have embellishments and ribbons, but I haven't included that, all in this colour. And can you just see how well that coordinates? So look, you've got the plain card behind, then you've got a pattern paper, then you've got the ink, and then you've got these embellishments, and they all just go perfectly. That's the great thing about Stampin' Up. So you have the opportunity to earn a set of these cards by filling in the survey, and I've put a link in there. And it does say something like, what do you want to win today's cards? You just have to fill your details in there. There are a few questions in there to answer as well. And I'll be happy to pick out a winner. So this will close, so I'll pick it out Monday, because you have until now and Sunday at midnight, or Monday until I get my act together and pull a name to fill in the details. So fill in the prize draw form via that survey, because we have to do it all online. Normally, if I was in person, I'd be giving you a bit of paper and you'd be putting your details on a bit of paper and I'd pull it out of a hat. But online surveys are how I need to do that now. So yes, so you can win these cards. But let's get started. Let's get crafting. So I'm going to make it that way round, I think. So if you do place an order today and it's over £40, you will receive all the products to make these cards, plus written instructions as well. So I'm not going to go all over the measurements now. If you are an experienced crafter, then you should pretty much be able to work a lot of these out for yourself. But if not, then if you place an order, you'll get the instructions there as well. As a side note, I also do have something called the Creative Download Library, and that is written instructions and photos of everything that I make. So if you do want a PDF for that, you can sign up for that, and I don't think I'll put the link in, to be fair. But again, go to www.thecardmakingacademy.co.uk and look for Creative Download Library, and you will find the information on that, because that will be where it will be. So let's get started. And again, I will try and explain everything as deeply as I can, so that if you're completely new to crafting, you will understand. But please, if you have any questions at all, then just message me. I can see the messages, I just can't see who they're from. So I'm folding, this is an A5 piece of card. and I'm just folding it in half. I use my bone folder. So again, folder is an essential piece of kit. It used to be made of bone. They're made out of plastic now, to be fair. But it just means that that crease is perfect. You could do it with your finger and your fingernail, but you might find that this starts flapping around. And so this just gives a nice solid. You can score with it, which means leaving a line like that. And you can fold, but I use mine for folding every single card. I have a piece of this Magenta Madness, and I did cut a strip of pattern paper, but I did leave it a little bit long because that's what I tend to do. I like to stick them on and then trim them off, just in case I miss something, or if I cut it perfectly, I've got no wiggle room. So, and I might go central. I'm going to go slightly differently. So I'm going to go as central as I can here. Oh, I should really count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty spot on. And then I can use that guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I'm using my lines on my grid paper, you see, to match it up. And then I can turn it over. I didn't put glue all the way down, and I can just trim that off. So this is super simple, but it's some good tone-on-tone cards here. So I could use normal glue for this, or I could use 3D foam, but which would raise it, which is good, gives it a bit more interest. However, the more you raise things, the thicker it is, the more it's going to be to post. It starts going from a normal letter to a large letter. So I'm just sticking that down. That wet glue gives me a little bit of wiggle room to make sure I'm happy that this border and this border all match. Then I've die cut this out already. I'm surprised I haven't got this out. So yes, I've used my die cutting machine. I've put it through like a mangle, and it's cut out this piece of card perfectly here. And this is what you'll get in your kit. So you'll get this piece of white, this piece of pink, this piece of pink, and this die here. And you would just need some of the other bits to do what you want. Or you might decide you've got a black ink pad and you want to do them all black. But today we are sharing, it's all right, just making sure I've got the right stamp here, there we go. I'm sharing all the colours, and just showing the great coordination of it as well. So this says, happy a bit late birthday. I'm not too bad at it, but might need these occasionally. So this is my stamp pad and my stamp, and I'm just literally tapping. So remember, like if you've ever been to the post office, I'm going back a few years now, and they went chung 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 chung. It's the same thing. So gentle tap. I'm not pushing really hard, so I'm not getting the ink all around there. It's just literally a gentle tap. And then, because this has got 2 straight lines, but because I can't see very well over the top, I'm just going to put this on here. I'm going to try and get it as straight as I can, given that I can't see over the top of it, so I might be a little bit wonky. And just give it a gentle press. I'm not rocking, I'm not pushing so hard that I'm trying to get through to the floor. Oh, that's not bad, look at that. Phew! So there is our sentiment. I'm going to move that out the way. But can you see, look how well the pattern paper matches the card, matches the ink, matches the little embellishment. So these are the embellishments that you can get for free if you put in an order of £60 or more, and you use the host code. Got to use the host code so I know that this is what this order's for. Then I'm taking my Take My Pick tool, which has got a bit of putty on the end there. These are self-adhesive, so I can swipe that off, and I've got it there, and I'm just going to put that in the centre there like that, and I'll remould my putty, slide, and put that in the centre there. There we go. Then I am going, so I could do this flat, and in fact I might do that, look at that. But I am going to add a little piece of dimension. So these are called dimensionals, and they're just double-sided foam with a bit, let me show you that. Ooh, can you see that? You can just about see it. So hexagonal in shape. I don't know why, to be fair. They're often squares, but not with Stampin' Up. Let's get rid of that. So you can see I'm using exactly the same supplies, but I've changed my card around. I've just suddenly decided, because I went central with that, I mean, that could go down there, and that would look quite okay there as well, but I'm going to go as central as I can. So again, I'm using the straight lines here to try and make sure I'm as straight as I can be. And there we go, one card done. So that's just a perfectly easy, I didn't put my ink pads on my list of products, did I? Just remembered that. And you can get a discount when you order all the 5 in colours together as well. Goodness me, I'm going to need to change that. So same card, same products, same die cuts and everything, but 2 different cards. So, and I did stick that on the right way for you. So that's our first one done. Let's move that to one side. So next we have, what have I done with it? There we go. So I do like a layer. So this is Misty Moonlight. That's the colour, and this pattern paper. So let me show you. I've got lots of this pattern paper here. So the pattern paper is 6 by 6. I'm just trying to find the 2 different designs. Oh, hang on. There we go. So each of the 5 colours, you get 2 sheets, and they've got different patterns either side. So you've got this kind of rough Hessian kind of style. You've got a wood grain style, which is great in this colour. You've got some text, which it's in everything. It does say to love what we do and share what we love, which is part of the Stamping Up Statement of the Heart. But I think it's also in Dutch and German and French. But yes, but to anyone else, it's just some text. And then you've got this lovely polka dot here as well. So you get 40 sheets of this. So 5 sets, so what is it, 8 sheets, 8 5s are 40, yes, 8 sheets in each of the 5 colours, so 4 of these sheets, 4 of those sheets in all 5 colours. So, but I think a layer is a good way of highlighting. So again, there's no fancy schmancy things on this. This is literally card, ink, stamps, ink and paper, and that's it. So so I've cut my A4 card again in half, to create an A5 piece of card, folding it in half to create an A6 card. And then I've got layers. So I'm going with the wood grain this time. I could use the text. Should we change it and use the text? No, I like the wood grain. So let's not complicate things too much. Right, so I'm going to put that onto white card, which is slightly smaller than the base card, and the wood grain is slightly smaller than the white card. So, and I like this because it's got a nice thin end. It does have a fat end and you can spread it around, but I tell you now, I've never used it. I always use my thin end, just because I think I've got a little bit more control over it. So making sure I've got even borders, wiggled, and that it's straight. There we go. Then for this one, I'm going to bring in my stamping platform, because I've really cut this. So this is my stamping platform. These come off. There's actually 2 of these plates, but I only keep one on mine and I keep another one safe. So it clips in and it works like a book like this. Now you've got some pattern paper in there. I should probably, it's all gone through there. There we go. So just a bit of scrap there. There's a piece of foam. So when I said to you earlier, when we use photopolymer stamps, it doesn't have the foam like these do. So normally you should remove this for your red rubber stamps and put it in for photopolymer. I have to say I'll keep it in for both. But there we go. So I'm going to keep it in for both, and I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight ink. So what I'm going to do first of all is I put my stamp on there where I wanted it. I pushed this plate on and now it's stuck to my plate. So that's like my acrylic block, if you like. Now I'm not inking this up properly, but I am going to stamp that on my scrap piece of paper because I can then see where it's going to print out. So once it's dry, I can place my piece of paper exactly over where I want it to go. I can make sure it's straight by using the grid lines, and I can put my magnet. This does come with 2 magnets, but again, if they get too close, they smash, so I only use one. and I don't have a problem with that. I don't need one down the bottom. So I'm inking up my stamp again. And so this is great for, I mean, let me try and do it badly for a minute. Let me just go. Oh no, I didn't stamp it all right. But that doesn't matter, because what you can do is you come back, you re-ink it, and because it's stuck, your paper's stuck in one place, your stamp is stuck in one place, you can go back and stamp exactly, look at the colour of me already. You can go back and stamp exactly in the same place. There we go, look at that. And that's that. Done. Now if you were making multiple of one card, then you could just ink stamp, ink stamp, ink stamp, ink stamp, rather than having to kind of measure it each time, anything like that. Look at me, I've got muck on there. There we go. I might just trim a tiny bit of that off, because I have gone a bit I've gone a bit over one side, so I'm just going to trim it very slightly so we're now at central. I can't trim that top bit off there because I'd be chopping off the top of my sentiment. So just some more layers. So I could have put that on a big acrylic block and done it like that, but as you start getting bigger stamps, it's more easy, or easier, easier to make mistakes, just like that, as in you don't ink up the whole stamp properly, or you don't put the pressure on it, even though it's inked up, it doesn't come out properly. So as I get bigger stamps, I tend to use my stamparatus, or stamping platform as it's called, and use that, because then if I miss it up or miss a bit, I can just go back and do it again and again and again and again until I'm ready. So lots of layers again, so just using the Misty Moonlight and the white, and again this time I'm still going, where are they? Going back to my dimensionals, if I can find them. I put them somewhere so safe I can't see them. Are you right in front of my eyes somewhere? Oh, there you are. There we go. So one in each corner. We do actually do these in strips as well, but for a small area like this, 5 like that is fine. That's why I keep losing them, because I do that with them. Right, so take the paper off the back, and again, so we could go that way. So you could go like that. We could go in the middle like that. Or should we do that? Or should we stay as it is? Could go like that. Could go like that. Don't know what to do. Let's not overcomplicate. No, in fact, I am going to go that way. I like it. It's got nice spacing for it to be that way. There we go. And then we're back to some more of the enamel dots. Whoops. Oh, come on. Get me putty. Right. And these are strong, these as well. So I'll do a triangle of enamel dots, because that's always pleasing to the eye. It's to have things in odd numbers. There we go. And that's our card number 2 done. So just card, paper, ink, and some embellishments. So that's number 2. Let's get on to number 3. Oh, here we go. So this is one of the 2 cards that uses all 5 of the in colours. So as I say, in a set. So I have punched these out already, but just to let you know, so circle punches was one of the first things that I purchased, and I will, let's put one. I always use my punches upside down, just so I can see, make sure I'm not off the edge like this or anything like that, and literally put it in, squeeze, and there's a circle. I mean, you could cut that out by hand, but you'd never get it as perfect, and certainly not so quick. So I could use that as well. But we're using this texture here, the kind of Hessian texture. So I'm putting my base card. So I've actually cut my A4 piece of card the other way. So instead of cutting it across the middle to make cards like before, I've cut it down the long way. And so that would open like that or like that. So just slightly different, that's all. So put that to one side, and I'm going to stick down, hold on. So I've got 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that are 2-inch circles. And then I've got this blue one, the Misty Moonlight, which is a 1.5-inch circle. They are also great. In fact, let me show you before I do. I stick that, some sticking glue on all of those. I want this one off the corner, whoops, here. So I'm not worried that it's going off the page. I want my pink one, my Magenta Madness, over here. And again, slightly hanging off the page. I'm putting my Bumblebee there. So just to give you an idea, the reason I didn't put glue on there was layering circles are perfect. So if I had a small sentiment in there, I could have cut that out, and then that border is just a perfect circle to stick on top. We're not doing that today, but I just thought I'd share that. So yes, the circle punches, I got those before. Well, do you know what? Dies and die cutting machines, when I started, oh, I've just realised, when I started, didn't exist. So we didn't have them, we just had punches. But I have just realised, having stuck glue on those, that I want this one raised up. So it doesn't matter, I'm just going to stick my dimensional over the top. It will stick. I'm not worried, it better stick. There we go. Let's do that. And then just put that there. Oh, I have just realised as well, though, that I haven't stamped my sentiment. And my sentiment should have been my first thing that I stamped, just in case I get it wrong. So, but I'm going to do it. Oh, I really should have done that. This could be interesting. Right, so this is my stamp. This is my cinnamon cider. Oh, this is pressure, man. If it's wonky, we're just going to have to go with it. That's what handmade's all about, but I'm going to try my best. But because I can't see right over the top, first of all, it is up the right way. I'm not stamping it upside down. It might have been an upside down card then. Oh, in fact, we could do it upside down. No, prefer it that way. Right, whew. Pressure. I don't know why I do this. You know, when I get on camera, I leave these things to the last minute, and I don't know why. Oh, phew. I don't know why, because I just get it wrong normally. But yeah, we'll get rid of that. Now, the great thing is that actually we have marker pens as well, so stamping right markers. So let's say, for example, that hadn't come out right. We have a thin end and a fat end. I could just go and go over that and just add in, I mean, it's actually supposed to be missing a few bits, but if I didn't like that or it hadn't come out properly, I can just go over it. It's the same dye-based ink in here as is in the ink pads, so I've got no worries about, I'm just putting all the bits that are actually supposed to be, well, it's a kind of not perfect stamp, but there we go. So I could, oh look, there's a bit there as well, so I can just fill it in. So that's the great thing about having the pens as well. I mean, the pens do so much, but we're not going to go into that today. Right, okay, so I'm now going to trim off these overhanging bits. So I'm just using the side of that paper as a guide. Oh, she says. There we go. Making sure I don't cut the white card. There we go. Let's get rid of all those. Okay, so again, I could raise that up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Because if you're posting them, as I say, it's the difference sometimes between a normal letter and a large letter if you put too many dimensionals on and have too many layers. There we go. And then again, making sure I've got an even border all the way round before it dries too quickly. That's pretty great. And then I'm using all 5 of these. My putty's not going to work well. Right, might need to pull some new one out. Here we go, our bumblebee. I'm such a stinge. So in fact, let's do it. So I can twist that and some more will come out. There we go. I'm such a stinge. I use it until it's completely completely non-tacky anymore. But these are very self-adhesive. One of my cinnamon cider. Now I did try and keep, so the brown is as far away from the brown as possible, the pink's away from the pink. The only thing I couldn't do is the blue. By the time I'd done the yellow and then I'd done the green over there, the blue had to stay reasonably close, but there we go. There is our card 3. So again, stamps, ink and paper. That's all it is. Right, let's move on to our 4th and final card for today. Let's show you that one. So again, one card that is using all the pieces, all the colours of the ink colours. And as I say, I've also again cut my A4 down the middle of the short side. So look, so if that was, pretend that's white as well. That's my A4 sheet of paper. To get the first 2 cards, I cut it down the middle there. To get these longer cards, I've cut it down the middle there. So that is, and I have, move all that out of the way. I have, again, bone folder. Whoop, whoop. And I've put it to one side because actually all the action is on this piece here. So I've actually got a layer. Can you see that there? So I've got my base card, but then I've actually got another layer of white sitting on top. So I've cut myself strips of, oh, hello. And I tried to get all the patterns. So we've got the dots, we've got the text, we've got wood grain that way, and we've got the Hessian as well. So let's, what do we do? Like, I've obviously got glue on my finger. There, stop it. Okay. So all I did with these was cut some strips and then I got my scissors and I just started cutting triangles off the end. Now, if you are OCD, and I am, but actually not on this, I can take the bit I've cut off and I can, she says, hold on, I can use it as a template. So if you wanted your bits to be exactly the same, you could then use that as a template and cut those bits off. And that's our first one done. But we could be here all day if I do that. So, my scissors have got glue on as well now. So I'm just trimming off similar. Oh, that goes that way. Yep. And that goes that way. Both in the same direction, the top and bottom. As I say, you can use that template if you want to. And how are we doing? Well, you see we've almost made 4 cards already. So cards don't have to take hours. They don't have to be all singing, all dancing. I like these. They're bright colours. Let's put that, so they're going to go on here. Oh, hold on, let's do it on there, there, and there. So first off, let's move that out of the way, that's my base card. First off, I'm going to stick down the 2 outside ones, because if you stick them in the order that they go, you'll end up with this one on the end being not have the right spacing. So if I move those along, so I'm leaving a small border. We've got straight lines, so, and it doesn't matter if this pops off the top and the bottom or not. There we go. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do that, didn't I? Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Oh dear, let's do these two outside ones first. I'd have got there and realised why. So, oh, that way. Words are upside down than they were. So I'm going to leave a small gap. Right, then I'm lining these ones up. I'm leaving a small border. You could, if you'd wanted to, if you had more, you could overlap them here, but I'm trying to leave a border. And again, I'm not trying to make this a proper V or anything like that. You can do what you like though. If you don't like the triangle ends, you know, the angled ends, you could keep them all as rectangles. You can make them exactly the same size and just have rectangular strips going down there like that. Right, so this is where I am. Yeah, that leaves pretty much. Not done a bad job there. Phew. So as I say, I have got the PDF on how to make these with all the measurements, instructions, etc. It's in my creative download library, so you can check that out. There we go. Right, and then we are, again, I'm putting this whole section on dimensions, and again, it's probably better to use the strips, but you know, I haven't got them to hand. They're all good. So what you don't want to, or what you do want to make sure is that these bits aren't too tall and stick off the end of your base card, because otherwise you're going to start having problems putting it in an envelope, that's all, if you do that. So okay. There. Right. And then we've got a, oh, I should probably have told you. Let's have a look. So the stamp set I'm actually using today is this, Happiest of Birthdays. So wishing you the happiest of birthday, happy B-Day, it's your day, enjoy it, and happy little bit late birthday. So great set, 4 stamps on there that can be used for any and everybody's birthday there, I think. Nice fonts as well, variety of fonts. So Just Jade is the green. And I went for that because it was going to be opposite where my green is. So there we go. I'm not worried about this being straight or not because I'm going to cut it out. There we go. Completely forgot to add those ink pads. Oh dear. Right, let's get some of this out of the way. Okay, so you could use your trimmer. I am going to, I'm probably going to regret it, just use my eye and my scissors to cut this. Okay. And the last one. Just leaving a small border around the edge. But I could have cut it on the green line itself as well if you don't trust yourself, you're not happy, leaving an even border. So, and again, a couple of dimensions on the back of that. Oh. And there we go. We'll stick that down there. We could stick it in the middle, but I want it kind of as far away from that green as I can. And then again, I have, if I can find them. Where have they gone? Oh no. I've put them somewhere so safe I can't see them again now. Where am I? Oh, there they are, right in front of me. Look at that. Always. If you lose things crafting, they're always right in front of you. So again, I did away from the colours that they were. So my green, oh, come on. These are super sticky. Was over here opposite there, then I went yellow over there, then I went pink there. So I was kind of doing an up down kind of a thing, not perfectly. I didn't want it perfect. I didn't want it to be a proper full-on zigzag. And then, oh, don't want to. Where should we go with this one? Down here. There we go. So that is 4 cards made with our 2020-2021. Oh, hang on, let's do that, and that. There we go. 2020-2022, sorry, in colours. So 2 cards that use all the colours, but you can just use that. So a pack of card, a pack of pattern paper, the ink pads and the embellishments, and you've got yourself many cards for what you need. So, and any stamp sets, so any sentiment stamp set you like as well would go with all of these. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. As I said earlier, you've had the links to the catalogues on there. You've got a link to the online shop in this group as well. Please, please, please fill in that survey, and that will enter you. So you could win these 4 cards if you just complete that survey, and I will pick a day out, a name out of those that have entered on Monday. So you have today, Friday the 19th, Saturday the 20th, and Sunday the 21st of March 2021, depending on when you're watching this. Fill in the survey and I will pick somebody's details. You put your address on there and I will post these out to you so you can use them, look at them, do whatever you want to do with them. But if you fill that in, that would be great. And yeah, if you place an order today, don't forget that if your order is for £40 or more and you use the host code, you'll get a kit for all of this. So you'll get all the cardstock, all the circles, all the die cuts, all these strips done for you. You just need to add your own sentiments. And if you order £60 or more, you'll get this kit, but you'll also get a pack of these in colour enamel dots as well, which are valued at £7.50 for free. So all the card and this for free. So a couple of ways to kind of earn yourself freebies is to place an order, or you can earn the cards by filling in that survey. Right, so if nobody's got any questions for me, I'm going to leave you be. Tag me if you need to, if you've got any questions at all, if you have any problems ordering or anything. As I say, I'm around all weekend and all day today, and I'll be happy to help you. You must use that host code if you're ordering online though, just so I know that's what you're doing, and then you will get your freebies from your order. That's it. Let's come back to me. Hello. I'm going to leave you there. You've got all the information in the group that you need. Please fill in the survey, and yeah, any questions, shout. Otherwise, I'll be back in a month's time. I can't remember when my next one is. I want to say 23rd. April the 23rd rings a bell. Is that a Friday? So I will change the header on this group as well, and that will have the details in. So I'll be back for another online workshop next month as well. So if you've got any other people that you know that are beginner crafters, or anyone else that you think just might be interested in coming and having a look at the online workshop, then please feel free to just add them to the group, or tag them, or send me a message, or do whatever you want to do, and we'll get them in here for next week. So thanks very much for joining me. It's been a blast. I hope you just enjoyed the cards. There they are again. Let's just change that. There we go. Super simple, but lovely, I think. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you again soon. If you do want to catch me, I'm on my Facebook page every Wednesday, and I update my blog and socials on Saturday with another card as well. So twice a week you can find me elsewhere as well. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.